Here we are, guys, we're at the paint booth. Sorry about the weird angle. Of course I'm using my Sotar 2020, the brush that was bought for me by my lovely wife, who is outside my office watching me. Hi honey. I do have some pre-mixed whites. I do make my own airbrush paints. Pre-mixed whites, both egg and clear white. Greys, greens, but we're using yellows for today. And first things first, what we've got to do is take the top off. Yay, thank you. That's my thinner. It's a secret ingredient and I'm not going to tell you. I haven't tried the Future floor wax cleaner thinner technique yet. Now I always do a couple of quick passes over here, you can see. There we go. It kind of tells me where I need to be if the tip's dirty, which she's not. So we grab our model. Of course my fan is blowing, so I just do light, breezy passes. Sorry about the noise, guys. That's all it is. Again, that's what masking tape's for. And that's the yellow nose done. We're going to let that dry, and that'll take about 10-15 minutes to dry. But what I want to do now is do a step that most people who are new to airbrushing don't do, and that is to clean your airbrush. Now what I use to clean my airbrushes, it depends on what I've used. If I've used an enamel, I will use something like acetone, a very watered down acetone. Or a lacquer acetone. But if you're using if you're using acrylics like I am, I use Windex. So all I use, a little bit of Windex. Just Windex. Clear Windex. No colour in the drips, there's no nothing, which tells me that the nozzle's now clear. I then take my cap, put the cap back on, always put your cap back on, set your brush up, hit your compressor, then hit your nozzle so there's no air trapped inside. Take your cap, put it back on your thinner. Again, I use different thinners for different things. I've got rubbing alcohol that's 90% proof, which is down here illegal in the state of Utah. I had to go to Colorado to get it. I use Windex, I use acetone, it depends on what sort of paints I'm using. Yes, this is an Imperial Guard sergeant, he's part of my artillery crew. He's going to be for a different special project. Again, the propeller is done and cleared and whatnot. So she, I don't know even why I brought her over here. Duh, my bad. But she can stay here because she's safe. She's not going to get damaged. And what I wanted to talk about was when you do airbrush, you don't have to buy something expensive like my Sotar. My Sotar, you know, is the Rolls Royce of airbrushes. It is up there. It's pretty expensive. And I wanted to show you something that some of you first, you know, my original subscribers will recognize. And it goes to show you the testament to this product. But I did a video, one of my very first ever videos I did, which was my pennies video. I did another video called Tester's Easy Brush system. Well, this is still the brush. It still works. All I did was put an adapter on it. That's all it is. I brought a Pache adapter, cut the end off, heated it up with a lighter, stuck it on, zip tight. Airtight seal, no leaks, no nothing. Then you got to use your Teflon tape, and a air pressure valve. I used this brush on my big Buffalo air compressor I've got outside that has an 8-gallon tank. I use this for doing base covers, for Bondo work, things like that I do on cars, boats, even some RC stuff. But the point is, this brush, a Tester's brush, Tester's guys, Tester's, a Tester's brush has lasted me, I've been on YouTube now for almost 5-6 years. You know, this brush has lasted me, you know, the entire time. The entire time. It just goes to show that Tester's have actually come up in their products. And of course, I've got the typical Paches, I've got the, you know, I've got a whole metric ton of airbrushes. But don't forget, you need an airbrush cleaning kit. I always tear down my airbrushes before I go to do a really big build. This build I'm doing, it is going to be on my desk. It's going to be hooked up to a USB port, you know, so the propeller's spinning. That's all it's going to be. It's just going to sit on my desk and distract me when I'm playing Water Tanks or War Thunder. But that doesn't mean I can't put in as much effort into it as I would a customer's model kit. Now, this is a cheap Chinese knockoff. Okay, Central Prumodic. I mean, come on, I've never even heard that company. It's a cheap Chinese knockoff of a Badger 140? 140 or 160. It's a dual action brush. I paid a whopping, I think it was like $8 plus shipping, and it was in the United States. And, you know, it's the same brush. It's the same brush, but $8. You don't, the air compressor you're hearing, okay, you can probably just see it right here. This came in a kit with this. The brush alone, I bought an extra brush, which was this brush was $8. The brush this kit came with, you know, I was cleaning it and I noticed that the O-rings were dying, and I went to try and get new O-rings and couldn't get them, so the brush died. But this I got for $40, and it works. It works just fine. It works better in some instances than some high-end compressors that you're paying, you know, a god-awful amount of money for. And I'm going to be doing a video series coming up soon of, you know, model building 101, how to start to build models. And what that's going to be is it's going to be a simple, you know, it's going to be a simple video of me, my ugly mug, hi, and a list of the tools that you need to do the things that you need to do. Okay, that's all it's going to be. Simple video. There we go. Tighten that. Yeah. Let down for a second. Oh, some bitch, it was going to start squirting on me. Nice. So, now this is a not siphon, grab. Come on. There's the nozzle blocked. I think the nozzle's blocked. Yeah, the nozzle's blocked. Oh well, let's just take that back. Again, I don't advise you doing this, but there we go. She's unblocked. Again, I don't advise you do that. Even if it's an acrylic water-based paint, don't do it. Come on. Now you're not going to work right. Now, why aren't you working? Because I left you sitting the other night, weren't you? Let's see if it's the head. Again, be very careful because you don't want to lose your O-rings. Tip's not that dirty, but use a bit of a clean. Again, you don't want to break your needles. Believe it or not, needles are actually getting more expensive than natural airbrushes are. You know what? I've got an idea. I've got an idea. I'll be right back, guys. I hope I don't kick the camera. I really hope I don't. I'm sorry if I knew I would. Bugger. Alright. Let's back you up a little bit. I know, it's weird, it's a bloopers outtake thing. Take these off. Oh. We had a horrible storm roll through here yesterday. It blew out one of my windows. Waiting for a glass company to get in contact with me because of my insurance company and all that horrible fun stuff that insurance companies do best. Oh yay! Now I'm just going to use this brush to quickly come on. Hmm. 60 psi pressure, really. Let's see if I can't sort this out. You wanted to see it. I may edit this because I'm looking like a complete and total fruitcake. Talking to myself. I'll call it. We got a blockage. Time to bust out the cleaning kit. Da -da 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 -da. You and you. Again. Cleaning kit was a gift from my wife for my birthday to go with my Sotar 2020. And guys, if you've got a girlfriend or a wife, okay, I can turn the fan off for a second. If you've got a girlfriend or a wife, okay, who loves you unconditionally, and I mean unconditionally, to the point where she will buy you a $200 and something airbrush. No questions asked, no nothing. Guys, don't look a gift horse in the mouth. Just say thank you, honey. Give her a hug, give her a kiss, and go paint some models. Okay? Trust me, just do that. Very carefully, you don't want to force a needle through. Oh, you dirty bugger. I just saw it. Tips clogged. Get small micro brush. I mean, the price my wife paid for this kit has paid for itself 3 times over. There we go. Oh yeah. Much better. No, fingers crossed. And I do say fingers crossed. This will work. But no, my luck, it probably won't. It's pre-primer. Yep. There we go. Now we're starting to get some paint. See? She needed a needle adjustment. What she needed. You didn't need to be that far. Let's go. There we go. Night and bloody day. Ha 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 ha. Now. See, you don't necessarily have to have an uber expensive brush to get the job done. You can get the job done with a cheap brush. Really nice coverage. You can get really good coverage. Now, I'll let that dry, because that should be the last one I needed to do. But now I've got to clean this bugger, so I'm going to clean this brush. Okay. Holy smokes! I'm at 17 minutes and change. Throw a squirt in there. There we go. You can see it. Running, always running. Now we can push it forward a little, just a touch. There we go. Perfect balance. Now all I'm going to do is run this through a couple more times, clean the brush out. Next part you'll see me, well, trying to apply the decals to the plane. So, see you in the next part, guys.